Let's go on a hike. Let's go to the mountaintops. Let's go see the mountains show off. Let's go see where angels learn to fly. Let's go on a hike.
As so often happens, I forgot to do my closeout video last night. I think I was just so tired from climbing Roan Mountain. But anyways, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the stealth camping spot, which just means it's not a designated camp spot as far out is concerned, but it's just a spot that was here. So I'm going to stop the camera and turn it around. So right over there you can see my tent. It's almost all the way down, and I realized, oh, I hadn't taken a picture of the camp spot, so I figured before I got completely packed up. But anyways, I'll just do like a 360. Had a great sleep last night. I'm not surprised though, because like I said, I was so tired. There's no surprise that way. And I came down through, there's a path that goes up there, leads to a grassy field, and that was why it was so hard to find. But if you look around, there were several potential camp spots here. Some of them more level than others. There's a nice little grassy spot up there that would have been good. And I had mine. There's another little spot right here. So yeah, thanks to Far Out, I was able to not have to go on an extra couple miles. And there is a water source off to one side, but I was glad that I got water before getting to Carver's Gap, because this one right here was not so great. Anyway, it's going to be a little bit of a late start, probably close to 9 o'clock by the time I get on the road. Actually, probably closer to 9:30, quarter of 10. So anyways, Fancy Pants and Curious George will check in once they hit the trail. All right, just as I predicted, it is 9:30, all packed up and ready to go. Hopefully I can find my way out of the woods back up to the spot where I walked in. Anyway, it is time to get going. It's going to be a great day. Check in later. So there's the break in the fence that led down to the tent site. And turning this way, back towards Carver's Gap, we will hook back up with the AT and begin our hike for the day. Whew. All right, I believe right this minute I'm in Tennessee, because there's the sign that says welcome to North Carolina. And down there, once again, you can see the break in the fence. So I hope the sun comes out today. I need some warmth. And I'm going to pause the video for a minute. All right, and there's the sign, Carver's Gap. We're still pretty much at elevation. The AT picks up over there across the street. Go up the steps and continue on. It is, I think I mentioned before, it's about 9:30. Anyway, got a bunch of balls to climb today. So yeah, we're going to be heading up that way. Hopefully we'll get some views. So I'm actually a mile late in doing this. I should have done it yesterday, but I think I was so focused about getting to the campsite that it just slipped my mind. Anyways, we are celebrating 800 total miles walked since January 1st. So just wanted to note that and take a picture to record the moment. Curious George and FiFi are pretty happy about that. And I'm also going to take a couple pictures. So yay for Fancy Pants and the Monkey Crew. I've always heard that the Roan Highlands are breathtakingly beautiful, as have been so many other sections of the trail, but even more so. So we are on our way up the first of 3 balds which we'll climb today, and this is Round Bald. Beautiful view off in the distance, and we're not even at the top yet. Headed up that way. Yep. Fancy Pants will check in when we get up to the top. Fancy Pants with a quick check-in. So just passed over Grassy Ridge Bald. It is the last of the 3 balds. And the Blue Blaze side trail leading to the very, very top of Grassy Ridge, I chose not to do. It's not part of the AT because I just passed over 2 other balds and have 12 miles to do today if I'm ever going to make it to the destination. I need to keep my eye on the prize and keep moving forward. So, took a lot of pictures. I'll share those with you guys. Actually met another thru hiker, Rev, who also has a YouTube channel, Hiking with Rev. And yeah, so like I said, headed to Doll Flats campsite tonight. Whoop, it's very rocky here. That's why I'm kind of going slow. Anyway, just wanted to check in, let you know I was through the bald section. Stunningly beautiful, gorgeous. I don't know what the right words are, but definitely a not to miss section of the trail. I would come back here someday and hike from Carver's Gap up and down the balds. Anyway, check in later on down the trail. So yeah, it's doing something out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's rain, but it's also some of that stuff called grapple, which are like frozen snowflakes. And I can tell because it's like bouncing on the ground. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. But yeah. Anyhow, is what it is. Got to keep walking. All right. Hope is alive and well on the AT. I'm hoping that this stops pretty soon. It's a combination of rain and frozen snow. Anyways, just makes for slow going. Stop, stop, stop. It looks like somebody opened a box of kosher salt and sprinkled it on the ground. Coarse grain, whatever. Yep. Fancy Pants in the crew here with a midday check-in. Just leaving Stan Murray shelter. Had a quick snack. Hiking with Rev for a little bit, and we got to get going because it's getting chilly. Check in later. So on the climb up Little Hump Mountain, we have a little less than half a mile to go. Beautiful, beautiful views. This is another bald. There's Rev up in front, and you can see that the trail pretty much is going straight up. I actually stopped to film just so I could breathe. Check in later. Fancy Pants, Curious George, and Fifi. We have made it to the top of Little Hump Mountain. I don't know what the elevation is, but it's up there. I just put my windsuit jacket on because the wind was blowing. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you all the view. All right, right over there is Big Hump, which is where we're going. And I'll just pan around slowly. There is some of that wet stuff, some RAIN, all around us. Yep. Ooh, especially over there. But I don't think it's coming our way. Gorgeous, gorgeous views, and I'm gonna pause and walk over to the other side. So continuing on, there's the AT blaze. You can see the white blaze, and I will pan around so you can kind of see the view on the other side. Tell you what, when you climb straight uphill like that and you're rewarded with a view like this, it makes it all worth it. All right, Fancy Pants and the Monkey Crew, check in later. So it's absolutely pouring out right now. Rev decided to stop and set up his tent. I just want to get up and over this mountain and get down off the bald. And hopefully I'll get dried out when I get down to Little Doll Flats. It's cold too, so that's not a good combination to be wet and cold, but I'll definitely check in, let y'all know how it's going. Tough hiking conditions right now. How cool is this? The clouds like moving in. The rain has stopped and I'm about to get eaten up by a cloud. It's coming. Almost at the top. I'm really glad I decided to push on. Even if I won't be able to see anything. We've had so many beautiful views before it gets fogged in. You can see over there. But yeah, I don't think I've ever been engulfed by clouds before like this. Yep. Pretty cool. You can't even see where I just came from. Yep. I keep saying yep. Yep, yep, yep. All right. I'm going to keep moving for as long as I can. Hopefully it won't obstruct my vision going forward on the trail. So neat. Wow. All right. Onward. That is where I'm going. So I'm hoping I can get there without being fogged in. Probably one of the coolest things I've ever witnessed. It's just the cloud rolling in. Wow. Big Hump Mountain, we have made it. All right, now it's time to get out of this rain. Where's the trail go? Over here somewhere. All right, check in later. I want to remember this for days to come. I came from way up there and it was just pouring out a minute ago. But I'm headed for a dry tent and dry clothes soon, I hope. Check in later. Okay, 1.5 miles to go to the campsite. Feeling good. So thankful to be off that exposed ridge. The fog has moved in, but I can see, and it's not R-A-I-N-I-N-G, and it's not W-I-N-D-Y either. So I gotta watch out here. It's wet, and I don't want to slip. Do you see what I see? Look what this sign says. Leaving North Carolina. That means from here on out, we are officially in Tennessee for good. And what makes that even better, there's my campsite right over there. Today's a good day. I'm wet and I'm cold, but I don't care right now because I have made it to my campsite for the night. And it looks like I'm gonna have it all to myself, which is freaking awesome. All right, where's the best place? This might be a good place over here because it's got some leaves on it. I don't know. In fact, I think this is gonna be it. All right, I need to get my tent set up because I'm cold. And yeah, that's just what I need to do. Check in later.